having a clash in the CAF Champions League beside another world record in the Portuguese Portuguese Grand Prix. Much more on our part, Mr. Yunus.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim, and we are going to start immediately right after the short break. Stay tuned. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi instructs to implement Egypt's digital initiative to enhance the digital transformation of government's performance. The first phase of parliament's elections takes place in 14 governorates. Spain declares a nationwide state of emergency over coronavirus as the United States cases hit record highs. Welcome back. The details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi instructed on Sunday to start immediately to implement Egypt's digital initiative to enhance the digital transformation of the government's performance. During his meeting with Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, Minister of Communications and Information Technology Dr. Amr Talat, the President gave his directives to follow up the executive status of national projects being currently carried out by the communication and information technology sectors. In this respect, the head of state directed to expand the usage of artificial intelligence in construction and urban planning projects. The second and final day of the first phase of House of Representatives elections took place on Sunday, with voters casting their ballots in 14 governorates, including الجيزة, الفيوم, أسيوط, المنيا, سوهاج, الوادي الجديد, لوكسور, قنا, أسوان, Alexandria, البحيرة, مطروح, Bani Suef, and the Red Sea. We have more details.
Egyptians resumed to vote in the first phase of the House of Representatives elections that will stretch over several weeks. A first round of voting will end on Sunday, with a second round on November 7th to November 8th. Some 63 million voters out of Egypt's more than 100 million people are eligible to elect 568 of the 596 lawmakers in the lower house. The voting is being held in 14 governorates amid tight precautionary measures over coronavirus spread, with polling places nationwide got disinfected. The governorates which vote on Saturday and Sunday in the first stage are Giza, Fayoum, Asyut, Minya, Sohag, El Wadi El Gadid, Luxor, Kena, Aswan, Alexandria, El Bahira, Matruh, Bani Suef, and the Red Sea. Over 4,000 candidates believed to be mostly pro-government are competing for 284 for the 568 seats reserved for individuals. Meanwhile, 8 party lists are also running for the remaining 284 seats. The polls are being held under a new electoral law under which 50% of 568 contested seats will be allocated to pre-selected lists. The remaining contested seats will be allocated to individual candidates, and the president can appoint up to 28 legislators directly. Runoff will be held in November, and final results are to be announced in December. Meanwhile, diplomatic missions abroad continued receiving, for the third and final day, the expect ballot envelopes in coordination with the postal offices around the world to facilitate the voting process.
And on the sidelines of the parliamentary elections, Nile TV's Basma Taha conducted the following exclusive interview with the Guinean international observer Kofi Kankam.
Dear viewers, on the sidelines of the 2020 parliamentary elections, I'm honored to have here Mr. Kofi Kankam. He is an international observer from Ghana. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on Nile TV International. And first of all, I would like to know more from you about the role of the international observer.
Thank you very much, madam. And I'm pleased to be hosted by you. I'm coming from Ghana as an international observer of this election, and I'm part of a 7-member team which is being coordinated by Mat for Peace, Development and Human Rights based in Egypt. And basically, as the role of an international observer, we are here to make an impartial assessment of the elections. We are here to make an impartial assessment of the elections and also to recommend the positive sides to other countries so that they can replicate the positive things that we see in other countries to ensure the promotion of good governance and democratic system on the continent. And also, if we find any flaws, we recommend to the National Electoral Authority so that in future elections they improve upon it. Thank you.
How do you see the voter process so far yesterday and today?
With regards to the issue of the voter processes so far, I've been to a lot of the committees to observe what is taking place. And what I realize is that there are a lot of logistics which have been made available to ensure the smooth process of the elections. The National Electoral Authority needs to be commended for a very good work done. Everything is in order as I speak now.